Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and join us, baby. If you've already subscribed, I'd like to say thank you for your love, for your support. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So much gratitude, for all of the people that have helped out with everything and comment, like, and share, and all that good stuff. Really love y'all. I don't know where we're going, but let's get it. There's some magic going on right now. You've been through a whole lot, and that has netted you a kind of wisdom, a special kind of wisdom. You know, people they laugh at people, right? Because some people go through a lot, and some people may view someone that's always going through something as not smart, right? And that's a kind of a negative way to look at that, right? I don't know why I'm being called to talk about this, but I mean, I kind of feel it. Um, I'm someone that goes through things, but it's not really looked at like that, right? And that's probably why I'm meant to talk about it. Okay, so people go through a lot of things, right? And the outside person may view, and that outside person may be someone who's caged and in a house and afraid to do anything and live life, right? Those are always the ones that are putting judgment on other people that are out in the world living life and going through experiences and learning from those experiences, right? And so that's the angle that we're coming from right now. There are people who may judge those people who go through a lot of experiences and end up, maybe getting the short end of the stick, and they don't see it as learning, right? They see it as you not being smart. And that's not the way that we look at it. That's not the way that spirit looks at it. Spirit looks at it as you're going through these things to give you wisdom for you to be the teacher later. And that's the way that it goes. You go through certain things and you feel certain things for you to be able to teach later. That's what this is about. And those people will never be able to understand because they don't do anything. They stepped out, learned one lesson, and they've been afraid to step outside ever since. So they're kind of cowards in a sense. We don't do name calling and stuff like that here, but call a spade a spade. If it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. They're afraid to live life, and you are not. And because you are not, you're being blessed with the lessons so that you can teach later. It's beneficial for you later, right? You're blessed. That's what being chosen is. Ask anyone that knows that they're chosen. Jumped out. Yeah, they don't believe that you're a child of God. And so they try to take your joy away. They don't see it as a victory. Why are we talking about this? They don't see it as a victory. And that takes a lot away from you, right? How they view you is what's hurting or keeping you from being like your authentic self. This hurts your self-esteem because what they're saying is actually weighing on you. And that's what keeps you from starting over or jumping off the cliff again because you're afraid of lessons. You're afraid of the lessons and what people are going to say about you. Oh, wow. You're afraid of another failure. Yeah. Yeah, you carrying so many burdens that you feel like you're ready to self-destruct here. 10-10. Yeah, you just ended another cycle and you're afraid. You just ended another cycle and you're afraid. Can you hear that crow? You just ended another cycle and you're afraid to take the leap. And that's deep because I feel that. I really feel that. Where you've been through so much that you're afraid to take another leap of faith again because you're like, I don't know if I can take this anymore. I don't know if I could take another punch to the face. I don't know if I could take another lesson because these are heavy lessons that you're being hit with. The type of lessons that give you the type of wisdom that, you know, could teach for a lifetime is what I heard. Wow. The number's 1010. So yeah. You're not listening to your intuition that's telling you not to fear. And so you put yourself in isolation and you're afraid to put those thoughts that are in your head, right? They're distractions. And you're afraid to put those distractions behind you and move forward. But it's over. It's really over this time, is what I just heard. It's really over this time. This is really time for your growth. This crow is going crazy. It's really time for your growth. You're not excited about taking a step into the unknown. That's funny that that crow is going crazy right outside my window, like looking right at me, screaming into the window. Well, he ain't that close, but close enough. Then he stopped when I started talking about him. Listen, this time you're going to call the shots, collective. Whoever this relates to, yo, this time you're going to call the shots. If you can relate to 1010 and you know you just ended a cycle, this time you're going to call the shots. This next transformation that's happening right now, you're going to call the shots. Dada. My son said, you're going to call the shots. You dada. You the big dada. You're afraid to give birth to your ideas of growth now. You're afraid. But Spirit is giving you a new opportunity when it comes down to resources and finances, right? So they're pretty much giving you the green light. Hey, do that thing now. Do that thing now. It might not have worked before. Do that thing now. Don't worry about the distractions. Don't worry about if there's going to be anyone to support you. Do the thing now. There's going to be no more difference of opinion from other people to meddle with whatever it is that you're doing. Wow, there'll be no need for you to have compassion for other people's feelings. It's got to be an earth angel where people talk shit about you and you tiptoe around to keep from having them have negative feelings about you. You're worried about how they feel. You're worried about how other people feel about what it is creatively that you're doing. So it keeps you from creating. That's deep. Yeah, you don't want to shake shit up with people. You don't want to shake things up. Who is it that you're afraid to shake things up with? You're being given a green light. You got two aces on the board, right? Three aces. You're being given opportunities. This is time for your resurrection. Because you're just now coming out of a Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You're leaving out of that. That's over. That's over. That's over. That's over. That's over. You got to understand that that's over. This is time for you to have ecstasy. It's time. 1, 2, 3 aces on the board right now. You're just not centered right now. I don't know how long it's going to take you to get it together, but your success is here. Do you see that? Your success and growth is here. Can you see that in the camera? Your success and your growth is here right now. I know it's crazy timing from the universe to hit you in the face with a fucking brick and then give you success right behind it and tell you to believe. But sometimes that's just the way that it happens, right? You know, it's just like people winning the lottery when they're completely homeless and they receive $1 or find $1 somewhere that they didn't have, and they decide to buy a lottery ticket instead of buying a Little Debbie snack cake, and they win millions of dollars. You know, it's kind of like that. Like you don't really get to decide how your manifestations come in, you know. All you know is you manifested it, right? Um Also, divine timing is a real thing. God doesn't work off of our clock, right? And so yeah, it looked like you just went through some shit for real, and you still got PTSD from everything that you went through, apparently, and you're looking out the door just crack, and you're like, is the wrecking ball still outside? Is it is the wrecking ball still out there? And you're afraid to step outside because you might get hit and get your building knocked down and get destroyed again. But you got someone saying, "Hey, come on outside." You got the crow. You got the crow in your ear saying, "Come on outside, man. Come outside. It's cool. It's okay. It's okay. This is our turn now. We get to do something now." And you're like, "Man, I don't know. Last time I heard that shit, I got hit and it destroyed everything that I have. And I'm just barely getting out of here. You know, the back of my shirt is burnt. My sneakers are gone. My hair is fried. I don't know if I'm going to come outside." So I do understand where you're coming from, because that's the imagery that I get here. That's the imagery that I get. That's the feeling that I get. Nothing is going to move forward unless you make a sacrifice anyway. So that's the answer for that. You've already been hit with everything under the sun is another thing that I just heard. It's time for a different... it's time for you to look at things differently now. It really is. Nothing's going to move forward until you make the sacrifice. Nothing's gonna move forward until you make the sacrifice. And I know this shit sounds funny, but it's not. You know, you got 4 aces on the board. This is your time. This is your time to show everybody that ever doubted you, man. This is your time. But you got PTSD, man. I know. I know how that feels. Yeah, you're afraid to take the leap. You haven't gotten to that point of I don't know. I think this is a forgiveness, forgiving yourself, right? For things that you think, the mistakes that you think that you made in the past. You're not forgiving yourself yet. You're still blaming yourself for some shit that was a part of your path. You had to go through these things. It's not like you slipped and made a stupid decision and things happened to you. This was already going to happen to you, whether you made a decision or not. You were going to be guided to go into this lesson. And so that's what it is. And that's what makes it come full circle to the people that are sitting in the house and afraid to go outside and live life and have experiences and learn lessons. They're just prolonging their soul's journey. And you're not. You're moving right along, right on course. You're right on course, learning everything that you need to learn. And in turn, you're going to turn around and you're going to be the teacher. But right now is the time for you to reap all of the rewards from all of the things that you went through that hurt, that were a part of these lessons. You're getting rewarded for doing everything that you were supposed to do. That's what's happening right now. And they're spinning their wheels doing nothing, scared to come outside, complacent, stagnant. And when they pass, their soul is going to come right back and still have to do these same lessons that you're going through. They're just prolonging it. That's all that they're doing. That's all that they're doing. Anyway, it's your time. It's your time for your rewards. You have to understand that. It's time for you to forgive yourself for something that didn't have nothing to really do with you. These are decisions that were already made. Your plan was already laid. All you did was just do it. You took that shit to the chest like you were supposed to. Male or female. You did some soldier shit. You handled your business. You're still alive. Now they're asking you to come back outside. That's funny because I got a vision of like some dudes that jumped you or something. And they're like, yo, come outside, bro. You know, come outside. But that's not what it is this time. It's not them. It's actually spirit saying, come outside. We let's take a walk with us. We got something for you. And you're like, nah, last time I came outside, I got jumped. I don't know. And that's where you're sitting at right now. This is the energy of it right here. I promise you. That is where you are. To my collective that have been through some shit, you just ended a cycle, but you're still feeling the residue from it. You're still feeling the PTSD. That's where you are right now. You don't know who to trust right now. You don't know what to trust, what direction to go. You don't know. You're going to come out of isolation, though, probably after this, You have big protection, right? You're God's child. You're doing the right thing. God is proud of you. Proud of you. I watched you go through this shit and come out in one piece. And you did the right thing, apparently, because your success and growth is here. You just got to come outside. Yeah. Yo. You learn to alchemize. You learn to alchemize. And you turned it into creative energy. All of the shit that you went through taught you how to be a master alchemist. Anything that was thrown at you to hurt you, you alchemized it, cooked it up, and brought it to your creative table and did something with it. It was like fuel for your rocket. Everything that happened to you was fuel for your rocket. Now it's time for you to take off. Anything that you desire. For some, you got an ecstatic union coming. Oh my God, it's growth underneath that. Oh my God, are you an oracle? Oh my God, your protection is here. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.